Live from Fox 35 News, you're watching Good Day Orlando.
Right now on Good Day Orlando, it's a big race weekend in Daytona. The Rolex 24 is happening right now, and Fox 35 has an inside look at all the action. Plus, lawmakers are getting ready to meet in Tallahassee. What prompted the governor to call a special session? And a tragic update for you this morning. A mother is now dead after a condo fire in Palm Bay. What officials are saying and how neighbors are coping. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Randy Hildreth. Caroline has the day off. And joining me now is Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Always enjoy being with you in the morning.
Same to you, Randy.
It's
so
cold outside, but it's warm in here.
I know. I got to see you yesterday and today. I'm on this is great. I love that.
I love that. And I love that you have some positive news with the weather after the week that we have had.
So cold.
Are you guys cold at home? Are you tired
Are
of
you
it?
bundled up?
Right.
Yesterday, it was bright, but it was still so cold yesterday morning, the coldest day of the year to start. And today, finally, some improvement. So anyone getting out still may want a jacket this morning, but it looks beautiful. That's our Lake Fairview camera, our girls' lakeside camera that we're taking a glance at here, seeing looks like a couple boaters out there. Nice morning to be out there. Still want to grab that coat though, at least a light jacket, because temperatures are still chilly, cooler than normal, but nowhere near as cold as what we had yesterday because of this area of high pressure that has been building in, bringing us that onshore flow. That's how our temperatures moderate with that wind coming off the ocean. We can see off to our northwest. We also have a few showers ahead of a cold front that is moving our way. This doesn't look to be a big impact for us, but it does look like we're going to have the potential for at least maybe a sprinkle or two as that starts to slide our way. So we'll be keeping tabs on that. 40s to 50s now. We had 20s and 30s as we were getting things going on our Saturday. We now have just about 60 in Titusville, 48 for those of you in Claremont. It is 49 in Ocala and 50 on the nose there in Palm Coast, which is a lot warmer than this time on our Saturday, around 5 to 10 degrees warmer. And if that's any indicator of where our temperatures will be this afternoon, and you like the warmth, you'll be a happy camper, as we are expecting temperatures to get back close to 70 for our Sunday, which is just a couple of degrees shy of where we should be for this time of the year. Now, we are expecting the warming trend to continue, so we'll let you know where our temperatures will be 5 days from now, and when we could see a slightly higher chance of some rain showers here in just about 15 minutes. Randy?
Thanks, TJ. The race to the finish line is on at the Daytona International Speedway. The Rolex 24, happening right now, is the largest 24-hour marathon sports car race in the world. Fox 35's Matt Trezza is live there this morning. And Matt, this is a test of endurance for the drivers, for the cars, for the fans. Have you seen any coffee stations out? Because I imagine at least the fans are having to throw back some coffee to stay up.
Yeah, there are places to get coffee out here. We are in the fan zone. I'm surrounded by these classic Porsches, beautiful cars. And so this is a 24-hour race. It is all about endurance when you're out here. And so it really is a test for everybody involved. And it is still going on. All wraps up at 1:40 this afternoon. We're going to stay out here throughout. But for now, we're going to send it back to you. Live in Daytona, Matt Trezza, Fox 35 News.
Right now, President Donald Trump is back in Florida for political meetings. He landed in Miami last night. Trump is in town for the Congressional Republican Conference at his Doral Resort. He will join lawmakers for 3 days of meetings to discuss taxes and spending cuts. And Florida lawmakers will convene tomorrow morning for a special session. It was called by Governor Ron DeSantis. He wants lawmakers to get a jump start on making changes to help carry out President Trump's immigration policies. But a joint memo released by lawmakers did not detail how they will handle addressing the issue. Governor DeSantis, though, says it's time to take action.
Monday's special session is a great opportunity for the members of the Florida legislature to basically just put their money where their mouth is. Everyone has been complaining about Biden for 4 years. Now we have a new sheriff in town. Now we have an opportunity to make a difference.
Florida Senate Majority Leader says the issues, though, are too complex to be dealt with in a one-week session. Well, this story new this morning, Florida's Democratic Party chair, Nikki Fried, will serve another term. She won 78% of the vote from the party's executive committee. Now, Fried has vowed to rebuild the party's presence in the state. She was first elected chair in February of 2023. She also served as the Commissioner of Agriculture and Consumer Services from 2019 to 2023. Still to come on Good Day Orlando, flu cases spiking across the country, and here in Central Florida, we're seeing some very severe cases. What you need to know. And citrus farmers are thankful that Central Florida missed the snow this week. They are reflecting on their efforts to save their crops. I'll have that story. Plus, we have TJ.
Good morning, Randy. What a week it has been, and we are now finally starting to get ourselves out of the freezer and back into a more Florida state of mind. Temperatures on the rise, and that's going to be the story as we head through the remainder of our weekend and into this upcoming work week. So we'll talk a little more about that, what's driving that, and when temperatures may rise back close to 80 in just a few minutes. Stick with us.
Welcome back. Now to a health alert for you this morning. Flu cases are surging across Florida. I want you to take a look at this map here. So every county in blue, so you see blue here, they are reporting an increase in cases. And when we look closer at Central Florida, we are seeing a surge in cases here. And so here's the thing, your annual flu shot may not be of much help. Fox 35's Esther Bauer is hearing from doctors who say they are seeing more patients with severe symptoms. Good information there. So Central Florida missed the snow and ice from last week, and our local citrus farmers are thankful for that. At Hilltop Groves in Marion County, farmer Bill Reed says the temperatures weren't cold enough to hurt his trees, so thank goodness. But he was nervous. The most recent bitterly cold snap reminded him of the citrus freeze back in 1983, and that crippled his groves.
In '83, when me and my dad lost our grove, it was 16 degrees with the wind chill. It was so cold, so windy, we couldn't even turn the heaters on in the grove. That was a bad one. That's wiped out Ocala to Orlando.
Reed and his family continue to monitor the weather this growing season, but he says this is his last year growing oranges. So hopefully he has a good vacation planned on his horizon. And thankfully things are warming up, TJ.
Most definitely, Randy. I'm hoping he does get a good vacation. I know it's been such a crazy year with now this winter storm that we've dealt with across some of Florida, and of course all of the hurricanes as well. But thankfully we're looking at a quieter week ahead and also a much warmer week. We can see the sunshine this morning in Titusville. This is our Launch Credit Union camera peeking eastbound off toward the Space Coast. You can see the vehicle assembly building for NASA off in the foreground as well. A really nice start. Still chilly, but we have warmed up a pretty good deal compared to where we were this time on our Saturday. High pressure has been building in, a driving force in the warmer conditions, bringing more of that onshore flow into the peninsula, so that can help moderate our temperatures a bit. That's what we've been seeing and feeling. To our northwest, we can see a few showers across some of Alabama and Mississippi. That storm system not going to be a big impact to us here locally speaking, but it's something we'll continue to watch as we head through the next few days. Temperatures now, though, compared to this time yesterday, you can see over 10 degrees for the warmer in Ocala, just about there in Gainesville. Same for New Smyrna, just 5 warmer in Orlando and Sanford, but still warmer nonetheless, and that's going to be the story as we head through the remainder of our Sunday. We have 50 on the dot right now in Sanford, 46 in the Villages, 50 currently in Palm Coast, and 51 for those of you in St. Cloud and Winter Haven, getting closer to where we should be for this time of the year, and that's what we're expecting as we head through the afternoon. Maybe you have an Animal Kingdom day planned, back close to 70 for the afternoon. Still may want to grab a jacket because I think you'll need it this morning, and then I think you'll probably want it for the evening as temperatures still with the clouds starting to fade away. That will help temperatures drop off that and the lighter wind. So I'd say still a good idea to pack in the backpack if you're getting out to the parks. Highs around the metro today top out near 70 degrees, a little cooler along the coast with the help of that onshore flow of temperatures likely in the lower 60s the farther north you live. Closer to 70 though across southern Brevard County for those of you that live in Melbourne. Overnight 40s to just about 50 50, closer to 50 in the metro, closer to 40 the farther north and west you live, our northwestern suburbs across Marion County and our neighbors in Alachua County. You'll certainly want to grab a heavier coat early tomorrow morning, but you'll be able to shed that as high pressure continues to shift to the east on our Fox model. We'll start to have that wind coming in from the south to southwest that will help pump up our temperatures into our day tomorrow. You can see that disturbance off to our north, that boundary bringing the potential for some of those showers, but really they move east pretty quickly, and this front as a whole really starts to fizzle out. Still may try to bring a stray sprinkle for maybe some of northern Florida as we head into the day on Tuesday, but again, not a big weather maker for us. And once that exits, we really start to get some ridging in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and that translates to us warming up at the surface, and you can see what's in store as we head through the first few days of February, expecting above normal temperatures, and it looks like that's going to continue as we head even further into our new month. There's some good news there. If you have not been enjoying this chill, we're going to shake it in a big way on our Fox 35 Storm Team 7-day forecast. Middle 70s by Tuesday, and we keep the warming trend going. Upper 70s as we head through the latter half of the week, but notice we do start to see a few more clouds around ahead of a storm system that could bring us a few showers on Saturday. Right now, chances aren't looking too high, but ahead of that cold front, Randy, we'll have highs near 80. So a big change from this upcoming weekend to last week.
Welcome. Thanks so much, TJ. Well, coming up on Good Day Orlando, it's almost time to settle up with Uncle Sam. We'll have some things to keep in mind when it comes to filing your 2025 tax season returns. Plus, securing a spot in the Super Bowl. More on the big NFC Championship game that'll be right here on Fox 35 today.
Fox 35's Community Calendar is brought to you by these sponsors. Good Day Orlando, sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
So cue the theme music. Welcome back. We are taking a live look at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. That's where the NFC Championship game kicks off at 3 p.m. The Eagles take on the Washington Commanders. And listen, you can watch it right here on Fox 35. Our coverage starts at 1 p.m. with Fox NFL kickoff. The game starts at 3 p.m. A spot in the Super Bowl is on the line. Still to come on Good Day Orlando, there are some concerns that exercise equipment, some that you may use, might expose your personal data. I'll have the details for you coming up. Plus, after over a decade, a beloved Orlando restaurant has closed its doors. An inside look at the community send-off.
Live from Fox 35 News, you're watching Good Day Orlando.
Right now on Good Day Orlando, it's time to rev your engines for the annual Rolex 24. We are live from the racetrack as we count down to the final minutes of the race. Plus, a Florida man was arrested for making online threats against President Trump. How the FBI found him. And tax season begins tomorrow. The new deadline for Floridians due to an intense hurricane season. Good morning. I'm Randy Hildreth. Thank you so much for joining us. And joining me now is Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. We've had quite the week.
We have.
And you were out in it.
I couldn't even believe that it was snowing. Like looking at it, I'm like, we're in Florida. I had to keep telling myself we are in Florida and it's snowing. It was unbeliable, Randy.
Right. Were you thinking when you moved here, like, oh, I don't need my winter weather gear? Like it is in the back of my closet.
That's where I put it. I was like, snow pants away, snow boots away. Yeah, and I'm so glad I bought new ones before I moved, and I'm like, well, at least I got to use them.
I bought some gloves and a hat this week.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
They were needed sorely.
Yeah. It gets serious when you're out there reporting and you're holding that mic and your hands and your knuckles start getting cold.
Yeah, and the mics are metal, so we feel it in our hands. Thankfully, it's warming up. It's going to be a much nicer afternoon, and we had the sunshine yesterday. It was still really cold yesterday, the coldest air of the season, in fact, but we're warmer today. We can see the sunshine in downtown Orlando peeking off to the north here this morning. No issues as far as Mother Nature is concerned, thanks to high pressure in control, Fox 35 storm tracker radar. A quiet picture here, but this area of high pressure will start to shift away, and we can see a front to our northwest. Doesn't really make its way in with a lot of fanfare, though. Something we'll be watching, but it doesn't look to be a big impact for us across central Florida. The bigger story, certainly the warmer temperatures in the 50s this morning. We have 52 in Orlando, middle 50s in Daytona Beach, currently 49 in the Villages, as well as Ocala, which is a lot warmer than where we were just 24 hours ago. Just a couple hours ago, some of these numbers were up close to 20 degrees because northwestern, Marion County, Alachua County were sitting in the 20s yesterday, and that was the air temperature. So a big difference this morning, and that continues this afternoon. Maybe you have a theme park day plan. You're back into the upper 60s for the afternoon, but we're expecting the warming trend to continue. So we'll talk a little more about that when temperatures rise close to 80 degrees here, Randy, coming up in just about 15 minutes.
Thanks, TJ. The race to the finish line is on at the Daytona International Speedway. Rolex 24 happening right now. It's the largest 24-hour marathon sports car race in the world. Fox 35's Matt Trezza spoke to some fans there. Another day, another cabinet update for the Trump administration. This weekend, the U.S. Senate voted 59-34 to confirm South Dakota's Kristi Noem as Homeland Security Secretary. 7 Democrats joined Republicans to put her in charge of the agency overseeing the border, reforming FEMA, and the Secret Service. Now, the president has said he wants to revamp FEMA, but Senator Chuck Schumer says he worries this is a step in the wrong direction.
It's clear that the president wants to revamp FEMA. FEMA runs the flood insurance program, which would be a big part of the revamp.
But getting rid of FEMA entirely because of the conservative hunger to shrink government at all costs is dangerous, very dangerous.
So far, 3 of President Trump's nominees scored bipartisan support. That's Secretary of State Marco Rubio, CIA Director John Ratcliffe, and Noem. Other top stories making headlines at this hour. 4 more Israeli hostages have been released by Hamas. They were freed yesterday as part of the ceasefire agreement. The 4 female soldiers were taken hostage during the October 7th attack. As part of the same deal, 200 Palestinian prisoners were also released. Another exchange is set for next weekend. And an update on the LA fires. The area is preparing for heavy rainfall, which could trigger dangerous mudslides. Crews have placed concrete barriers along the Pacific Coast Highway. You see them putting them in place here. That is to manage runoff. FEMA says fire-damaged soil can actually repel water instead of absorbing it, which increases the likelihood of flooding and mudslides. Well, coming up on Good Day Orlando, we say goodbye to a 12-year mainstay in Orlando. The big send-off for the Hammered Lamb next. Plus, scallywags and scoundrels invade Tampa for Gasparilla. An inside look at the long-standing tradition here in the Bay Area. We'll be right back.
Fox Local is Fox 35. Live news and more. On your phone, on your TV. Fox Local is built for you. Fox Local.
Welcome back. Your time 9:43. The Hammered Lamb has closed its doors after 12 years in business. The owner tells Fox 35 the decision was not made lightly. The restaurant near Orlando says nearby city construction made it harder for people to actually get to the restaurant. Plus, inflation raised the costs of food and drinks. Well, yesterday, the community helped send them off in style, celebrating them one last time. For many, they tell us the bar is more than just a restaurant, a bar, or hangout spot.
This place is like a blanket for all of us. It's one place you can go. It's a security blanket. We love it.
Now, the owners say he'd like to do something even bigger and better soon, so we'll have to check in with him for updates. Well, nearly 500,000 pirates invaded Tampa for Gasparilla. It's an event unlike any other. This year, law enforcement from Central Florida helped provide extra security. Fox 13's Jennifer Vaglis from our sister station takes us to Bayshore, where the beads were flying, the floats were parading, and the people were celebrating.
Looks like a beautiful day for Gasparilla, and temperatures were on the climb after a cold start. Much better for the afternoon. So if you got out to it, hopefully you enjoyed it. It looks like a fun time. Hopefully I can get out there and check it off the list here sometime in the future. Looking across Central Florida, though, this morning, lots of sun. A few folks taking a nice walk on the beach from our Hard Rock Hotel camera. And it's not just the coast, but inland as well through downtown Orlando and our Grills Lakeside cam. So hopefully you can get out and enjoy the sunshine here this morning. A pleasant one, but still a little chilly, but nowhere near as cold as what we had yesterday. Thanks to high pressure settling in, Fox 35 storm tracker radar really not showing much here across the region. But back to the west, we can see a cold front, and we are tracking some showers there across some of Alabama and Mississippi. That front tries to sink its way on in through the next couple days. Doesn't look like it's going to be a big impact for us, but something we'll be watching nonetheless. That onshore flow, though, around that high has helped moderate our temperatures, and you can see compared to this time yesterday, we're around 5 to 10 degrees warmer. To start off our Saturday, though, temperatures were in the 20s, and earlier on this morning, these numbers were a lot more impressive. We've warmed up a nice amount. Still probably want to go out with a jacket on, though, because we still have some spots that are in the 40s, like Ocala and Gainesville, but around the metro, we have readings now in the 50s, closer to the coast, nearly 60 in Titusville and New Smyrna, currently 52 in Kissimmee, and 51 for those of you in Bushnell and Leesburg. If you're getting up to Daytona for the Rolex 24, still some hours to go, expected to wind down just before 2 o'clock. Lots of fun festivities planned and more sunshine too. I'd say grabbing a sweatshirt would be a good idea. Temperatures going to hang out in the lower 60s through the afternoon, but not quite as cool as what we had yesterday. But nowhere near as cold as what Philadelphia and Washington will be dealing with at Lincoln Financial. This is our NFC Championship matchup, again, right here on Fox 35. Temperatures likely going to be in the upper 30s through tailgate, through halftime. Kind of gloomy, that cold front that is bringing some showers to Alabama, Mississippi is extending up into the northeast, so that is keeping the clouds around, but it doesn't look like we'll see much moisture, just kind of raw. We'll have temperatures back close to freezing for the drive home from the game. 3 p.m. right here on Fox 35. Around the metro, back closer to home, near 70 degrees. Our coastal communities still a little cooler. Again, that northeasterly breeze coming in will keep temperatures just a touch cooler right at the shore, so still may want to have a windbreaker or a jacket through the afternoon. Then tonight we're back into the 40s and the 50s. A little cooler to the northwest or northwestern suburbs like Gainesville, Ocala, only in the little bit 40s versus right around 50 throughout Orlando, 48 in Leesburg and Claremont. Now as we head through the rest of our day into our Monday, you can see high pressure moving away. Our Fox model pinpoints some moisture throughout Georgia up into the Carolinas. That's that same frontal boundary, but notice we're not getting that influx of cooler air, so it's kind of just what we say a surface trough, or just a boundary where the wind is coming together and making for the lift to generate these showers. And they continue to move offshore as we head through Monday afternoon. This is 4 o'clock. We're seeing a nice amount of sunshine across Orlando. But notice as we head through our Tuesday, we start to see that boundary trying to sneak into Central Florida. It may bring a spotty sprinkle, but overall it's looking like it's going to come through dry as high pressure quickly starts to shift back to the east. And with that, and some ridging upstairs in the atmosphere, that upper level area of high pressure starts to take over, and that makes for even warmer temperatures as we ring in February. A big chance of staying above normal, and it looks like that's going to continue as we head further into February. So no chilly conditions looks to really come down the pike anytime soon, and it looks like that's going to be our big weather headline after being so chilly for, it feels like, so much of January. Our Fox 35 Storm Team 70 forecast shows temperatures in the middle 70s Tuesday, mostly sunny conditions, 75 on a Wednesday. We start to see some higher clouds filtering in ahead of a storm system that we'll be watching later in the week. Temperatures nearly at 80 as we head through Friday and Saturday, with just a few showers possible as that cold front starts to make its way closer to the peninsula. It is 9:50. Time to introduce you to our Fox 35 weather baby this morning. This is little Brian. Loves pizza. likes his older brother and tries to copy him in every way that he can. Not a fan of green beans, though. That's the big dislike. Hey, if you want to send us a photo of your own, head on over to fox35orlando.com/weatherbabies, or you can scan that QR code that you see there on your screen. You know what? I don't know if I enjoyed green beans when I was his age, Randy, but I sure would enjoy pizza, I would say.
Oh, here's the thing. I texted my mom during the commercial break.
Did you ask her?
I asked her.
What did she
said
say?
I did like green beans when I was younger, but I imagine if you put green beans next to pizza, I think I might have reached for the pizza. I believe that.
I believe that too. I always get lima beans too. I know that for sure.
We're just scratching taking them off the list. Well, thank you so much, Mom and Dad, for sending that in. All right, on a health watch this morning, there's concern that smart exercise equipment might expose your personal data. A recent investigation found companies that offer on-demand workouts, like on treadmills or on bikes that you may use, often collect a lot of sensitive information. The study says the companies behind those smart equipment technologies may be sharing that data, which could help or which may make you vulnerable to hackers. So be on alert. And a new study shows medical marijuana can be more addictive than recreational pot. Data from the CDC shows 30% of marijuana users develop what's called cannabis use disorder, meaning they can't stop smoking it, and that medical marijuana users smoked on average 40 to 70% more than recreational smokers. Another health study for you, one that suggests that drinking sparkling water may support weight loss efforts. The bubbles in the sparkling water can create a temporary feeling of fullness, potentially reducing hunger pains. Experts emphasize, though, that sparkling water alone does not cause weight loss, but it can be a small component when combining that with balanced diet and exercise. Well, coming up on Good Day Orlando, McDonald's just released a new collaboration, more on the Happy Meals that has adults fighting over boxes of cards. Plus, the countdown to the Super Bowl begins, a sneak peek on who is performing for the halftime show.
We start with breaking news tonight.
Fox 35 News exclusive tonight.
I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm John Brown. Join us weeknights on Fox 35 News.
Fox 35's community calendar is brought to you by these sponsors. Good Day Orlando, sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Welcome back. Trending this morning, McDonald's is offering a new partnership for you with Pokemon. They're bringing back a limited time themed Happy Meal. Now, each meal features fan favorite characters on the box. Customers will also receive a pack of 4 trading cards, as well as posters and stickers. There are 15 different Pokemon trading cards that fans can collect. This week's release resulted in long lines. It even had adults fighting over boxes of cards. The Pokemon Happy Meals are available while supplies last. Now, what if you don't want to take down your Christmas tree? Well, you just find another use for it. Introducing the Valentine's Day tree. People are replacing the bulbs and other ornaments for hearts and bows and all things red and pink. And of course, they are sharing the trees on social media. So if you have one, send it in. On Super Bowl Sunday, NFL players won't be the only ones having a ball. The Puppy Bowl is back. Take a look at this sweet video. Animal Planet carries the canine version of the big game every year to promote pet adoptions. The contestants play for the coveted Lombardi Trophy. This year, there are several dogs from St. Cloud, including these guys you just saw, Smush, Kiki, and Alice will also compete. There's Kiki. Look at Kiki.
So cute.
Look at Alice.
They're all adorable.
So they are all from the Florida Little Dog Rescue in Osceola County. So we know who we're rooting for.
Oh, yeah. Have a little connection.
Listen, hometown connection. All right. The NFL released a teaser trailer for the Super Bowl halftime performance, not for the puppy Super Bowl, for the actual one. Grammy Award-winning singer SZA will join Kendrick Lamar on stage. The two artists will also hit the road after the Super Bowl for a tour.
Oh, wow.
Right. Fox 35 is your Super Bowl headquarters. You can watch the game right here, and the halftime show right here, all going down February 9th. We'll have coverage all day long and finish the night with Fox 35 News at 10 after the game. I know that your team
I'm still in mourning. I'm still a little salty for my Baltimore Ravens. But I'm sure both NFC and AFC Championship are going to be great games. I can't wait.
And good halftime.
Oh, yeah. Are you excited for the halftime show?
I am. I like SZA. I like Kendrick Mako. I'm trying to see if I can get a ticket to the concert, their tour after.
Oh,
so we'll see.
I love that, Randy.
We'll see how they do it halftime, and then that'll determine what
I'm excited. I feel like it's cool. I feel like we've had so many different genres of music of late. Exactly. Really switching things up, which is cool.
A little something for everybody.
For everybody.
And with the weather, too. A little something for everybody. If you like the cold.
Like snow. Winter weather in Florida.
Right.
I know. It's finally looking brighter, Randy. Warmer temperatures, back closer to where we should be in Florida for this time of the year. And then actually going above and beyond. We're back close to 80 by the end of the week.
Thank goodness.
Short sleeves, I think, can be back in everybody's wardrobes. I'm thinking.
I've had boots on. I will put those back. I will bring out my sandals at least for a little while.
I'm excited. Pull the flip-flops out.
Thank you. And thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day.